Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching alongside post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of September 2nd through the 8th, 2024. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I ain't even playing around with you guys. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and you have to help me because I know for a fact that most of you watching are not subscribed. So sign in and subscribe. Okay, thank you. First card out for you, Sagittarius, is the Magician in reverse. So there are some feelings that you may have this week where you may feel a little bit out of control when it comes to your reality. Like you're stuck in certain circumstances and you just have to live with those circumstances. It's not up to you. But in reality, there is a lot that you can do. For example, if you have a certain health ailment that you're dealing with and you're taking on this mindset of like, okay, I'm just gonna have to live with this for the rest of my life, there's nothing I can do, there probably is something that you can do. Like maybe there's certain herbs or medicines or exercises you can do that will help alleviate a lot of your symptoms. Try not to view yourself as stuck in a reality that you don't want. I'm seeing that you have a lot more power than you're admitting right now, and you can use this power to make your life a lot better. It really just boils down to how much work are you willing to put in, how much discipline are you willing to have when it comes to doing the things that'll help you move forward in life and taking the aligned actions. And this is why your mindset is so important, because when you're in a mindset of, okay, I do have power, I do have control, I'm not a victim to this life, this body, this circumstance, like I am a co-creator of my reality, I can change things in the direction I want. It opens your mind up to see all of the possibilities that are available to you in a present moment. And when you're able to see everything, like all of the possibilities around you, it leads you to making amazing choices for yourself, essentially. Right next to that Magician, we have Temperance in reverse. So there are highly volatile emotions going on at this time. There could be an older masculine energy in your life that may be unreasonable at this time. This could be like a father figure. This could be like a brother or something like that. I don't know why I'm just in my mind getting images or feelings of somebody who is like really not able to control their emotions, and they have to satisfy their emotional needs and calm down using methods that are not very healthy for them. So this could be dealing with somebody who is an addict, somebody who has like a temper, or they're just being unreasonable. I don't know why that's coming through this week. Somebody may be freaking out, letting their stress get the best of them, and that may be affecting the people around them. So I don't know. Whenever Temperance comes out in reverse, this is always just to me a sign of somebody who is not in control of their emotions. Now, this makes sense if it's a child. Children, their brains literally aren't finished developing. They're still learning how to emotionally regulate, and that's something as adults that we should be teaching them. But unfortunately, a lot of adults also don't know how to emotionally regulate, and especially when this card comes out next to the Magician, to me it just gives the appearance of somebody who feels very out of control of their life circumstances, of their own emotions, and they feel powerless to it. They're victim to it, and the actions they take are out of emotional impulse to placate themselves, but it's not actually healthy. And this could also be a reflection of some things within yourself, or it could just be simply the people around you at this time. For example, like if you're very stressed out and you go to like stress eating and it's getting out of hand and out of control, it's not healthy for you, but it's like, what else am I supposed to do? Something you could do is consciously look into, okay, clearly I am stressed. So how can I alleviate this stress? How can I release the cortisol from my body? So that way I'm not tempted to just overeat and use that as like a coping mechanism. What other coping mechanism can I use to replace this urge? And realizing like you can consciously use your mind in that way, consciously make choices to, satisfy certain cravings without needing to go in a negative direction. This is something that I've done in my life tremendously. I definitely grew up in not the most healthy household, and it was always like a struggle to maintain a healthy weight and health for me. And one of the things that I do is like if I have a craving for something, I ask myself, instead of trying to shame myself and just starve off that craving. I say, what is this craving trying to give me? Because your body's cravings for anything, whether it is a behavior or a food, there is a reason for it. If I'm craving sugary snacks, that could be my body saying, hey, we need some vitamin C, we need some fruit, and if I look at it in that way, okay, well, maybe I can have a smoothie instead of a Snickers bar, maybe I can have an apple or some berries instead of whatever. If I get late night cravings, maybe that's my body saying, hey, you didn't eat enough calories. And so the craving may be something very high calorie, like chocolate or chips or something. It's like, okay, I need more calories, but I want to make sure they're good calories. So let me eat things that are like high in protein and nutrients. And then if I still have a craving, then okay, we'll explore that later. You know what I mean? Or if you have a craving to do something unhealthy, like go back to an ex or smoking or drinking, that's your coping mechanism. Why is it that you're drawn to those things? Maybe your body is uncomfortable. It's seeking out those comfortable patterns that it's used to. Okay, so what new patterns can you create for yourself and just power through and establish that will help you relieve stress, that'll help comfort you? What comforting things can you do? Okay. We have the 7 of Swords coming out right next to that Temperance card. I don't like the vibes. Here, Sagittarius. I'm not going to lie. This whole top row, you have the Magician in reverse, which is kind of like my douche canoe card. Somebody who is trying to control a situation. And also, this is an energy of feeling out of control of your own life. Then we have Temperance in reverse, which is not being in control of your emotions. And then 7 of Swords, which is selfish behavior, not caring what other people think. I feel like there could be potentially a narcissist in your orbit, or somebody who's very, very selfish, or it's all about them. They're the center of the world right now, and they're not really caring about the work that other people do or how other people will perceive them or feel about things. Be very careful of those types of energies and personalities. I feel for some of you, I don't know why I'm seeing a family connection there. That could be somebody in your family. It doesn't have to be in your family, but I would just be very careful of selfish people at this time, especially selfish people that can't control their emotions. And then your second row of cards out, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of options in front of you for different things that you could do, different things you can try that can help you, get closer to where you want to be in life. So right next to that 7 of Cups, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you are not stuck, guys. You are not stuck. And if there is anyone around you who's trying to make you feel like you're a burden, I would heavily consider walking away from that person. I don't know why this message is coming through. Like, if, for example, let's just say you are living with family and you have a parent that constantly makes it out to seem like you're a burden to have around, like they have to pay for you. Okay, maybe it's time to like move out. If you are dating somebody and they're making it seem like, them taking you out and doing nice things for you is such a burden and you're just asking for so much, it's time to break up with them. Okay, find somebody who appreciates what you have to offer. Surround yourself with people who understand and know what you have to offer. You know what I mean? Like, people who make you out to be the bad guy, who make it seem like, oh, you're asking for too much, or you're too much, or you're not doing enough. Screw them. Get rid of them in your life. Don't allow them access to your energy. And some of you may be, like, this is the thing, some of you are going to fight me on this because you may be in a perspective where you're like, oh, I can't just move out, or I can't just break up with this person because fill in the blank, name your excuse. Oh, I don't have enough money to move away from my family. I don't have enough, I'm never going to find somebody better than this partner. You're lying to yourself. 7 of Swords, you are lying to yourself by thinking that. You can be independent. You can be happy. You can find better than this. You absolutely can, but you have this false belief in your head that you cannot. And that's what the 7 of Cups is saying. You actually have a lot of options in front of you, things that you can do. But in the 7 of Cups, you're just standing there. You're not choosing any of them. You're letting it, fog your mind. And it's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do from here? Just pick one. Just pick one option. Particularly an option that will take you away from these people and these energies that make you feel like a burden, or try to accuse you of being too much when you're not too much. When people try to accuse you of being too much, usually the reality of the situation is that they are not doing enough. Like, oh, your standards are too high. Instead of viewing yourself as high standards, say, okay, well, you can't meet me where I'm at. You can't meet my standards. So that person who's accusing you of having standards that are too high, they simply need to find somebody with lower standards. Think of it like that. Yep, the Tower, final card out. I knew it, Sagittarius. I'm feeling sassy in your reading this week. I am feeling like, heck no, we're not putting up with this anymore. And the Tower as your final card really just hammers that message in. Like, this was built on a weak foundation, and we're not tolerating it anymore, especially with the Seven of Swords coming out above this. And in fact, somebody may be lying to you, or you may catch someone in a lie, or I don't know, trying to hide key pieces of information because they don't have the emotional grit and intelligence to have difficult conversations. They'd rather just avoid it altogether because they're in their own selfish world. I don't know why I'm so angry, Sagittarius. What are you going through right now? Get away from these weirdos. Get away from these people. Get away from anybody who's like this, you know? Anyone's shisty, and it doesn't even have to be a specific person in your life. This could also be a behavior that you're doing. Like, I don't know, anything that is just stealing away your life, your health, your time, your energy. This could also be an overall company or organization. Like if you work for a company that really mistreats its employees, you know, they're trying to pull a fast one on you constantly. It's like, no, this is built on a weak foundation. Companies that are built like that always fail 100% of the time. They just do. They just do. It's karma. They just do. Okay. Especially when their best employees are driven away from those companies. Or you'll see, Sagittarius. I feel like you are the best person in many people's lives. Yeah. And you've been tolerating a lot of crap because of that. You never want to be the best person in the room. Let me tell you. Like, you never want to be the best person, the smartest person, the most moral person in your company, in your social life. Because that means you're surrounding yourself with people who are just going to drag you down, you know, not motivate you, not inspire you, not uplift you. You never want to be the best person in the room. And I see that you may be in a position where you are like the hardest worker at your job, the best person at your job, the most giving person in your group. It's just, when that starts happening, it's time for you to find bigger ponds. Okay? What that means is that you're underselling yourself. And you're settling for a lot less than you deserve. So if you find yourself in this position where you're feeling real good about yourself because you're feeling smart, you're feeling like the most capable person, you're in the wrong group. You're in the wrong environment. You should not feel like the most capable person. You know? Because what growth are you getting out of that? You're just leading a bunch of guppies when you should be swimming with the big fish and learning. And it's not to say that you need to be dumber or the least experienced person in any given circumstance. That can be anxiety inducing. I know what it's like to be in that position. It can, you know, encourage rapid fire growth, of course, but never want to be the smartest person in a relationship, the most giving person in a group, the most hardest working person in a company. You know, you just don't want that for yourself. And with the Tower card, I feel like enough is enough. You know, your feelings here with Temperance in reverse, the Seven of Cups, it's getting out of hand. Like, you're getting very emotional over these circumstances where you feel helpless. You feel like you're just a victim to other people using you and being selfish. Like, why am I always the one contributing to other people's character development and growth, but they can't support me in the same way? You know, it's frustrating. It's a frustrating feeling. And that's what causes these Tower moments. It's just the emotions. They get the best of us and we're like, you know what? I'm out of here. And that's a good thing. Thank you so much for joining me, Sagittarius. This is definitely one of those weeks where I would highly recommend watching for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, because there's way more to your week than just this circumstance. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.